Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish Kristyn. Today, we are going to be working on my spare drill freestyle quilt block canvas. I am going to be working on these two. I've already cut the plastic. After this row, I'm going to make a few changes. That's right. This is more of an experiment, not a canvas that I'm going to enter into the state fair. I am going to try to do a 30 by 30 block. I feel like if I want to try any quilt blocks that have more detail, the block needs to be bigger, which makes sense, right? Think about diamond painting canvases. If you get a 30 by 30 and you're trying to get a bunch of detail in it, it's not going to come out as good as if it were a 40 by 40 or a 50 by 50 or a 60 by 60. So this row, since even though I've already done it, this was a pain to pick these off. Those were on really good. So note to self, EverMoment canvas, maybe not the easiest to take things off and reposition after they've been on there for a while, just FYI. I'm going to try to do some 30 by 30 blocks across this way. And if I don't like how that looks, like it needs to be bigger, or I don't know if I would want to make it smaller, I could reassess and, you know, go down, etc., etc. But for now, today, these two blocks right there. What am I working with? Canvases from EverMoment, Care Bear washi tape, obviously. We have a Flawa Designs tray. This is the small size. This pen, the multi-placer tip, and the single placer tip that I think this is stainless steel. These are all from Dynamite Diamond Shop on Etsy. And I do have my Reid's Putty in my pen as well. I still have a ginormous honk. Nice and firm, just how I like it. I do have it in a little box because it came in a bag. And my cats like plastic, so I can't have that out, sadly. What else? I do have a straightener from Zodiac Shadows on Etsy. If my canvas would allow me to do it, I would be using my Bees Crafty Corner release papers. Sadly, it does not work because of the drills that I have already put down. And now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to do the whole frame of the canvas. And so I wanted to count and lay out the squares just to make sure that I wasn't messing up. And I have a helper. Fantastic. All right, so let me get zoomed in and we will get to work on these ones. I did pull out some of the ArtDot drills from box number 6. So I will be choosing from these ones. So, yeah. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, I'm going to apologize in advance if the lighting goes up, down, all around because it's weirdly windy and weirdly cloudy. I can't control the weather. Not yet. Maybe someday, but not right now. So, before I forget, I hope everybody is doing awesome, well, and amazing. Yes, I do. And if you're not, I hope things get better soon. The cat is sitting on my day planner. So helpful. So freaking helpful. Okay, these look so crooked to me. Wow. Yeah, so I kind of was thinking I probably would have to modify this project. Kind of after the first row, but I wanted to give it to the second row to make any concrete decisions. because my thinking is if I am not happy with it, I'm not going to want to work on it. Now, it would be a little different if, let's say, it was a canvas that I purchased, you know, for somebody and I was making it as a gift. That would be a little different. But this is just something I thought maybe I could use up some of my spare drills with. Specifically the ArtDots. But doing these 2 rows has reminded me how much I detest these square drills. So we're going to pivot. And while I'm not giving up on the project, I'm going to use this again to test out some patterns, to use the ArtDot drills to test out the patterns, because there's no sense in using, there's no sense in throwing your pen around. There's no sense in using up my good drills when I'm just trying to get an idea of things. The plan is brewing in my mind because I don't think my brain ever stops thinking. I know some people can just, you could ask them, hey, what are you thinking about? And they can say nothing, and they actually are thinking about nothing. I don't understand what that is like. My brain has never been able to think about nothing, ever. Ever. See, even these these ArtDots, they don't even they don't slide and line up as nicely as the resin ones. So my plan is I'm going to try a row of the 30 by 30s. See how that feels in terms of making different patterns and designs. And if I feel like that is a good fit, maybe I'll do another row, test out some color combos. I have an idea for a more refined color palette in mind. And I figure I will use some of the ArtDots again to test that out. Okay, there is one too many drill in this row. See, and this is the problem with these drills, is that, come on, they do not fit nicely on this, on the grid on this. They are too small. And so if you try to multi-place too many at once, you are not going to have them line up. Oh, I guess that was not an extra one, but it definitely was not lined up nicely. At first I was a little like, oh no, just keep at it. Just keep at it. You know, it'll get easier. You won't notice the gapping as much. You know, it'll be fine. Nope. Still notice it. Every time I look at it, it makes me frustrated. And I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes when something is not working, we need to pivot and figure out what it is that's not working. And if there's something we can fix or eliminate, then let's go ahead and do it. I will probably try to make up some more sample gridded, you know, pattern squares like these that I've already done to give proper proportions for a 30 by 30 instead of an 18 by 18. But for now, I'm just going to play around with it and try to have fun with it. I think sometimes we put pressure on ourselves to, you know, do it right. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you just got to have fun. I've noticed that, at least with like my kids, you know, it's like, hey, let's sit down and let's, I don't know, color, or let's get the paints out and just kind of goof around. A lot of times they're like, I have to make something. It's like, no, you can just literally just slop some paint on the picture and smear it around. You know, nope, I have to make something. Like, it doesn't have to be not everything you do has to be a masterpiece. Sometimes you do it for the process. And I don't know if that's a byproduct of society, and you know, every time let's say you go on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or the other gajillion other things where you see people working on something and then they have this amazing finished product at the end. You know, maybe we just don't talk about, you know, just doing something for fun anymore. It's like kind of like reading. You know, a lot of times if you read a book just for the enjoyment of reading a book, you're not doing it because I have to read this book. You know, otherwise what? What's going to happen if you don't read the book? You know, sometimes you just maybe want to read a book, or sometimes you just want to watch a movie. There doesn't have to be a giant finished end game, end project thing. Sometimes things don't turn out the way we expect them, and that is totally okay. Yes. Okay, come on. I swear, these get so messed up when I'm trying to line them up in the tray. Let's see. What else is going on here? I'll have a link below. Mushy over at Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting and I swapped canvases. Yeah, that was fun. I'm not going to give away any spoilers if you have not watched it. I will link my video down below, and I will also link hers. It's interesting. I will just say that. I am just grateful that she sent me a round roll canvas so I can maybe go a little faster with the canvas she sent me. Okay, see, like this, for example. These are they are so off with the multi-placing because they're so much smaller than the squarages. Yeah, that's right. Right? Oh my gosh, seriously. Yeah, they just... Whoa, that one went all the way over there. Come on. No? Oh, jeez. What, now you're not going to freaking go in there, dude? Really? Fine. Let's pull them all over. You want to be like that? Let's see how you are. Okay. The clouds need to pick where they're going to go because now it's too freaking dark in my living room. And now I can barely see the stupid squares. Okay, there's that. What else? Let's see, I did a row of the canvas swap canvas. I've done a row on the Jason Momoa, well no, it's not Jason Momoa, but it's Momoa Vampire. Not affiliated. From Rokari. That one is looking good. It went so fast. I told myself I was only going to do one row. It was so hard to put it up though, because I really wanted to do a second row because it was so much color blocking that I did a whole row of a 50 by 60 canvas. I did a whole row, a whole release paper row in like a day and a half. And I didn't even spend that much time doing it, but the drills were going down so nicely. You know, there was some confetti, but it wasn't outrageous because it's kind of, you know, the bottom of the canvas. Yeah, I was sad. I really wanted to continue, but I told myself, no, nope. You get one row and then you got to pick up another canvas and work on that. Because I got a few square canvases going. I'm not allowed to start any more squares until I finish one of the squares that I have. Might take a while because I'm kind of cycling through them, but that's okay. And if I really decide that I'm working on a square canvas and I'm getting close to the end, I may just be like, nope, I'm going to work on this one till I'm finished. And you know what? It's okay because it's my hobby and I get to do what I want. And last time I checked, nobody was paying me by the hour or by the finish. Oh, I am going to put a link down below if you are interested in checking out a GoFundMe. It's and I don't know this family personally. I've only heard about them from Mushy, a dark and creepy diamond painting. But the dad is a single dad, and he is going through some health challenges, and he's being put on hospice care. And so she did create a GoFundMe. If you want to donate, then fan-freaking-tastic. And if you have, you know, you don't have the means or you're not interested, even just sending positive thoughts and prayers that way, I'm sure it would be greatly appreciated. We are talking about kind of, you know, officially, not officially, trying to do something. Not entirely sure what, but something to also help raise some extra money for them. And it may include us parting with things that we have maybe in our stashes and stuff like that. More info will come when we have it. And what else? Went to the grocery store today. That was traumatic. I don't know why my Trader Joe's is always really busy now, but it's given me a little bit of anxiety to go there. And I don't like it. That used to be kind of a, I don't know, a lesser busy store to go to, and now it was busier than Safeway was today, which makes no sense to me at all. And I don't know, man. I don't know what is going on with people, but I don't know if people are just starting to lose common sense. Sorry, I'm just making sure I don't have too many drills. Are people just lacking common courtesy? Oh, man. The amount of people that, you know, almost ran into me, almost ran into my mom, and they don't even, like, you know, make eye contact or say, oh, sorry. You know, if I almost run into somebody, I say sorry. You know, it's just, I don't know, I guess that's how I was raised. Crazy idea. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is why I can't go out when I'm in a really bad mood, because if I'd have been in a really bad mood, oh, I may have said things that should not have been said, which would not be good. Okay, now I'm in the dilemma stage. Do I do another row of the teal? Because I did a row of 3, a row of 2, a row of 2. If I do a okay, let's do a single row of the green, and then I'll do a single, like the four square in the middle with the yellow, I think. Yeah. There's that. There's 4. could just stay down, please. Thank you. Here's that. And that. Nope, nope, nope. I need two. I need two. And two more. There you go. There you go, little friend. There you go. And then we'll do that little final nubbin in the middle with yellow. Yeah. Just put a few in there. Oh, look. I seriously just stuck my finger in that bag and 4 came out. What? Look at me. Oops, but they're all upside down. That's another thing. I don't know if there's a difference between trying to line up squares and acrylics in a tray, but I feel like these ones go upside down far more often than resins do. Okay, there we go. And look at, I even have like darker nails today. What? My inner spooky, my spooky side. Some people will be like, that is not spooky. It's spooky for me, okay? And let's see. Let's do purple on the outside of the 9 block for this one. That's another thing. I don't know. I would love thoughts and opinions. If I do a bigger quilt with bigger squares, I don't know if I will try to do the 9 block thing like I'm trying to do now. I don't know. I'm kind of worried that it might be boring because the 30 by 30 square is bigger, or maybe it would help it feel more grounded. I don't know what that noise was. Oh my gosh. It's either my mom or the cats. both cause trouble and stress. So, whew. It's kind of a toss-up as to which one is going to do more property damage. Oh. I joke, but it's kind of true. I think we all are technically, potentially damaging to property. Let's see, we got those ones. There we go. And 6 of those. And that's, no. What did I do? Nope. Oh my gosh. These pop up so easy when you're putting them down. They shift like. Oh, see, and I did have some excess putty on my pen and I touched it on the canvas. But I will say the Reids, and I will have, and that's listed below too. I feel like it comes off the canvas so much easier than any other putty that I've used, which is good because I am not the cleanest diamond painter. I would love to think that I am the picture of, grace and not messy messes, but whoo, doggies. The amount of drills under the area that I diamond paint in the living room, it is so bad. And because it's hardwood floors and my little rolly chair, I tend to roll over them with the chair. There's a bunch of divots in the floor. And at first I could not figure out why does the floor look like that, right? And then I realized, oh, it's me. I'm the problem. So I just haven't pointed it out to the husband yet. If he says anything, I'll be like, I don't know, must be the cats. They ruin all the furniture around here. They've ruined the closet doors. They've ruined the bench. So yeah, they made divots in the floor too. Yep, all them. And they can't speak up for themselves. Okay. Oh, is that one too many? No. But, yeah. Okay, come on. Line up. Seriously. Seriously. And let's see. Oh, yes, we're getting ready to record another Spilling the Tea. We'll keep everybody updated as to when that one will be out. It's kind of been, I know it's kind of been a little bit longer than between the other episodes, but you know, just kind of a busy time of year. So doing our best. We're doing our best. And I'm super curious because and maybe I didn't see any announcements from the bigger companies, the bigger diamond painting companies about, you know, the tariffs being on pause, but it was all anybody was talking about, and then all of a sudden it's just the talk is gone. Very, very kind of confusing because the companies were adding tariff charges and this and that, and now they're just not. I mean, I could have missed something, you know. I have not been online as much. I just think it was interesting that all of a sudden tariff charges were being added, and then nope, not anymore. You know, okay. I mean, I'm glad, but it's a little confusing, you know, especially if the companies aren't fully explaining what's going on. And to be fair, they don't fully know what's probably going on either. It's a day by day thing for all we know. You know, we could be thinking everything's safe, and then all of a sudden, you know, somebody gets a wild hair up their bootay cheeks and decides that nope, we're going to charge tariffs again. So who knows? It's just us everyday regular people and the ones who are going to suffer the most. Yep. And I feel so bad for small businesses who have no idea what to do, what to expect. Oof. All right, here's that. That is too many. Yep, that was too many. Too many. I almost bought some Hot Pockets today at the store. I was tempted because they looked really good. The picture looked really good. But the last time I thought to myself, hey, let's impulse buy a nostalgia food from your childhood. It didn't go very well. I bought pizza rolls thinking they were going to be amazing. They were not. They were soggy and kind of gross. I have a feeling Hot Pockets could go the same route as the pizza rolls did, of sadness, sogginess, lava hot in your mouth, but yet cold at the same time. Crust kind of tastes like soggy, dry cardboard. You know, I'm just gonna maybe leave myself wanting more. You know, I'll just look at them longingly as I walk down the frozen food aisles and think, oh yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. But you know, save the $5 or however much it costs to buy something like Hot Pockets. I don't even know anymore. That used to be cheap convenience food. Now, not so much. What foods have you thought about and then saw them at the grocery store and, you know, kind of, I don't know, it brought you back and you thought, man, I'm going to get this and it's going to be amazing. And you were so disappointed. The Hot Pockets would definitely be one if I purchased them. The pizza rolls, yeah, those were sad. I bought, I think it was last summer, I bought some of those, the ice cream cups. You know, the ones that they would have at, you know, school functions or, you know, field day, or I don't know, you'd buy them, or your mom and dad buy them, and they're the little tiny cup of ice cream. As not nearly enough ice cream. Not even enough. And they would have the, what is it, like the vanilla with the chocolate swirl, or even, was it the orange and vanilla swirl? And you had to eat it with the wooden stick. Spoon. Spoon. I bought some of those. I think I bought the vanilla ones. Talk about disappointment. My kids did not understand why I was trying to have them eat with, okay, see, look at these. I barely moved that and they don't stay. Oh, look at that. That is so annoying. Nope, still uneven, still lumpy. Yeah, they did not understand. I was like, no, you have to eat it with the spoon that it comes with. And they were like, why? I kept telling them, well, that's because you're supposed to eat it. You know, and they would say, but we have silverware. Why are we eating with wood? Like, because it tastes better? I don't know. And then I think I bought, oh my gosh, I bought Choco Tacos. And I was thinking like, man, these are going to be so good. Oh, they were so gross. And now that I think about it, I don't think I ever actually liked Choco Tacos. So I don't know what I was thinking Choco Tacos were, but it was not what I got. And I felt like the Choco Tacos, number one, did not have enough ice cream. Nothing does. And the taco part was, it was very not, it wasn't crispy, you know, but it wasn't soft. It very much reminded me of the cones on drumsticks, and I really don't like the drumsticks. Oh, I just feel like, I always joke that I feel like I'm eating cardboard. I have flavorless ice cream and cardboard. That's what I feel like when I have a drumstick. Like, the ice cream tastes like nothing. The cone is soggy and not good, and it tastes like nothing. I mean, if I'm going to eat ice cream and I'm going to eat the calories, I want it to taste good. I want to enjoy myself. And if I had a Choco Taco or a drumstick or one of those little sad ice cream cups, I would not be enjoying myself. I would be regretting that I'm wasting precious, precious calories on not good ice cream. Then again, that's just me. I mean, I remember the ice cream man. Oh, dog. We lived on a dead-end road, and he would come up the road, and you would hear his music blasting, and we were right at the end of the cul-de-sac, so he would pretty much stop right in front of our house. You know, and you have the panic of, I need money right now, the ice cream man is here, you know. Because heaven forbid I didn't get one of those disgusting, seriously? These do not stay nicely. One of the bubble play, the bubble gum mitt with the gross pink ice cream, or one of the, I don't know, what is it? Was it like Mickey Mouse faces or something. It was, none of it was good. I think we used to, my friends and I on the street, we used to try and get, you know, the biggest thing possible for the least amount of money. And I think there was like a pineapple, strawberry, something fruit bar. It was more like a popsicle, not necessarily an ice cream bar. And that was the biggest one. But, you know, I like chocolate. So that was kind of sad because it wasn't chocolate. I just think it's crazy that, you know, our parents encouraged us to go out to a stranger and purchase frozen treats from the stranger in a scary looking Jeep, you know, that's been modified with a giant speaker to basically lure the children out of their houses. Yeah. Times are so different now. Oh my gosh. It's just kind of funny when you think about it. It's like, wow, yeah. What were my parents thinking? You know, but we didn't have as much information back then too with, you know, how sick and twisted people are, you know. We were a little ignorant, and sometimes I wish I was a little more ignorant about some of the things that happen on in our world, because man, it's scary out there. It is really scary. I think the one thing, I was very afraid of the Green River Killer. Never mind the fact that I was a kid and he didn't really target children. You know, he targeted runaways and women who like to hang out on street corners at night. Really? So, yeah, I wasn't doing that. You know, but it was in the area that I grew up in. And it was all over the news. All over the news. You know, serial killer, Green River Killer. And, you know, we would drive certain places and we would go past the Green River. The Green River. Yeah. So I think that was kind of my fear was the Green River Killer. So my logic was naturally, well, just don't go near the Green River. And then you won't get killed by the Green River Killer. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I mean, it worked technically. I didn't go near the Green River and I did stay safe. He never got me. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, that is so uneven. Just, it's not going to be perfect. I know it's not going to be perfect. Okay. There's, oh yeah, that feels, so right now, I'm doing a row on the Diamond Art Studio UK kit. The drills are they're so snug. They are so perfect. They are so sparkly. So going from that kit to these, it's a major downgrade. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you like the ArtDot drills. Maybe I got them before maybe they're better now. I don't know, but yeah, no. It's a no from me. Okay. All right. Let me zoom out. This is where we are at. I have 2 more squares. That's sticking up. I can see it. 2 more squares. And then I will pick off this row right here and make several other 30 by 30s. There probably will be some extra at the end. I will probably just fill that in with drills so I don't have a giant sticky area open. I don't think the spacing will be exact. And that's okay because this is an experiment. Supposed to be fun. And well, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun, but it's kind of maddening. And so I know what is maddening and I will rectify that the next time I try something like this. But for now, we're going to use up the ArtDots in the experimental phase. And then when we try again, we will have all resin drills. Yes. So that is going to be it for me today, guys. If you have not, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the things. And I will see you again very, very soon. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys. Everybody got their zoomies done? Are the zoomies out? Fingers crossed. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoomy, zoomy, zoomies. Zoomy, zoomy, zoomies. Oh, fantastic. Oh, nope, he's gone. He's leaving me. Dr. Pepper break. Oh, why does that taste flat already? I just opened it. Boop, boop, boop. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Put that down. Going down, down, down. Oh, cheese and crackers. Oh, those look so freaking crooked. They look so crooked. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And there's a giant yellow spot right there. Hi, Sharky. Are you going to join the party? Oh my gosh, that looks so yellow. Oh, it looks like garbage. Urgh! That's my spot. No, 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 no. No, that is my spot. Hey. No, I'm sorry. You cannot sit there. That is my spot. You can sit right next to me. There you go. Yeah. Perfect spot for a little kitty. Okay. Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh, there's behind the scenes. Sharky, you didn't be a menace. Are you feeling okay? You wanna knock something off the table? No, you're good? Okay. He's good.